YouTubers do 1 for 3. If you're wondering why I'm laughing, okay, so this is what happened. I'm gonna make this short. So basically, I already did this video. I did the video, and what I like to do is I like to watch my videos before I post it, just in case it sounds funny or if I have wrong information. And luckily I did, because the whole video was recorded sideways. Now here's the thing. I was actually going into really great detail about a lot of the comics that I'm about to show, and honestly, it ended up being like a 35-minute video. But it's because long story short, it's really because I had no intentions of making any hauls, but because I have a vacation that was supposed to come up in Vegas, and I have a huge con coming up in August, and a month before that there's like a really small con going to happen in Hawaii. So I'm all like, you know what, I'm going to continue to buy books, which I have been. I'm going to continue to buy books, and then I'll just I'll show them maybe sometime in August. Well, what happened is Mrs. Doom 143 actually got sick. She got so sick that I decided to cancel the whole vacation. Now so I thought it would be kind of a dick move to go to Vegas with the boys, and then my wife being home, not feeling well. She's starting to feel a lot better, so which is awesome. At the end of the day, the main thing is that the people in your lives that you love are healthy and they're good, and so that was my main concern. So she's doing a lot better, awesome, and yeah. But so I figured, you know what, I did buy books, I'll show them. Seeking Near Mint Comics hooked me up with a awesome act of kindness. Throw those in, and I actually got a book from my boy MasterXsplinter, and this is actually it. So it's Captain Marvel 360. Oh, you know what, before I get into this, real quickly, to everybody that participated in my 700 plus sub contest, thank you so much. We had like 100 entries, and it was phenomenal. Thank you so much. Me and the 9.2 crew, we had a lot of fun doing the I guess the randomizer and announcing the winners, and it was awesome. So I got a bunch of books, so before anything, it might be a long video, so if you got some time, awesome, grab yourself a drink, relax, enjoy the stories I might tell. Like I said, the first time I did this was 35 minutes. I'll try not to make it that long. If you don't got time, maybe watch a little bit now, check your YouTube history. If you find the thumbnail, you can go back and just kind of finish where you left off and stuff. But yeah, I guess it's one of those nights. It's like midnight here in Hawaii, and I guess I just feel like talking. So have fun, enjoy, and I hope I can teach you something, yeah, I guess, along the way. So anyway, back to the comics. Captain America 360, first appearance of Crossbones. I've been wanting to buy this for a while, ever since the whole Captain America movie came out, but I'm not a huge villain collector. Like, I don't like to collect villains. Hold on real quick. Alright, getting back to the story. So like I was saying, I don't like to collect villains unless they're like super iconic villains. Like, I mean, I don't have the first appearance of Joker, but somebody really iconic like that. Magneto, first appearance of Magneto or something like that. I don't usually like to collect villains, but so I kind of held off on this book, but I'm glad to own it. MasterXsplinter found like 6 of these for like, I don't know, $1 a piece probably. The guy is such a great hunter, like great comic book hunter. He probably found these for a really good price, and yeah, he deserves it. He goes out, he does the work. Seeking Near Mint Comics stopped by the house. Let me see, about a day or two ago, dropped off some comics, and that was really cool with him. One of the comics he dropped off was this Uncanny Avengers number 18 in Hugh Lee variant. In Hugh Lee is just awesome, man. He's definitely, to me, he's got that Adam, not Adam, sorry about that, the what am I getting at, Art Germ slash Greg Horn slash Adi Granoff kind of like mix to it, and he's actually a Korean artist, and just man, just really kills it. He did a really good job on this one. So Uncanny Avengers number 18. Remember that name in Hugh Lee, because damn, he's super awesome. He also hooked me up with this Batman Rebirth number 24. The cool thing about this is that this is a Barnes and Noble newsstand, which is really awesome. You know what? If you feel really good about a DC comic, or if you just feel like there's a DC comic that has a great cover A, and you think, you know, it might be worth something down the line, don't be afraid to call your Barnes and Noble and tell them to put one on hold for you, because they get their comics a week later. And for newsstands, it's only about 2 to 5% of their whole print run that they do for a comic they set aside especially for newsstands. So yeah, you know, this is when they, I guess, get back together or start hooking up or married, engaged. I don't know what it is. I haven't got into it. I know there's a big hype on this, and I'm definitely going to keep it, you know, especially being an awesome act of kindness from my boy Seeking Near Mids. And he also hooked me up with a newsstand, so that was really awesome of him, man. It was really awesome. I'm a huge newsstand guy. Hooked me up with this beautiful Venom Mary Jane 150. Like, gosh, I didn't think he was going to hook me up with this, so that was really awesome of him. The print one on this one is lower than the red cover, so super stoked. Like, super stoked that he hooked me up with this. That was really awesome of him, so I cannot say thank you enough. But the next book he hooked me up with really took me by surprise, because this is kind of like, I guess it's kind of like his book, you know. Like, I don't know if there's certain people that are known for certain books, but I know Alex the Comic Order has that one Supergirl one that he just cherishes. But yeah, so Seeking Near Mids hooked me up with this. It's actually a 9/8 copy. I don't know if I can show you that. Boom. He actually gave me a 9/8 copy of Spider-Man number 1, the Todd McFarlane. Yeah, Todd McFarlane. For you guys that don't know, there's like a little question mark right over here. If you don't know what that is, Todd McFarlane was making these covers, drew spiders on them, and then he was counting the amount of spiders that he put on a cover. Well, this one in particular, with this coloring right here, that kind of light green, lime, and the yellow, I guess he forgot to count the spiders. So he forgot how many spiders he actually put on this, so he just put a question mark. Such an iconic cover. Definitely one of the bigger iconic covers, iconic stances out there. And yeah, so Spider-Man number 1, 9/8 CGC from my boy, and this was just a gift, so cannot say thank you enough. I'll leave a link to, of course, MasterXsplinter and Seeking Near Mids Comics, or should I say Seeking Clean Armpits. And I'll leave a link to those guys, just for whatever reason you're not sub to them. Those guys are great guys, man. Alright, so the rest of the book is actually my haul. Like I said, I had no intentions of making a haul, but you know, hey, what the hell, you know, everything else got canceled, so hey, let's do some hauls. Alright, so I've been on this Arthur Adams kind of, you know what, before I get into that, I actually found these next 2 books for 9 cents a piece, and one of them is Arthur Adams, and check this out, 9 cents, okay, no bullshit, 9 cents. Ultimate Thor number 1, J. Scott Campbell. Could not believe I found this for that price. This book is actually kind of special to me because Longshanks 78 actually gave me one of these as an awesome act of kindness, which actually blew me away that Longshanks 78 would give me an awesome act of kindness, because he's been actually one of the guys that I watched when I first started, and I tried to learn about comics and try to become a better collector. And him and Weapon X, like, I used to watch those guys like almost religious, yeah, pretty religiously. And I'll leave a link to those guys if you don't know who I'm talking about. That's crazy to me, because these guys to me are just like iconic, Weapon X and Longshanks, and they will drop some knowledge on you. These guys are freaking awesome. But yeah, he gave me this as an awesome act of kindness, and I found another one for 9 cents. I couldn't believe it. It was crazy. I've been on this small little Arthur Adams kick, and so I'll show you some Arthur Adams that I picked up that I just honestly really like. Arthur Adams has been kind of hot lately, So I found this New Mutants Forever, number 4 of 5. It's not a variant, but it is a gorgeous cover, and Arthur Adams just did a really good job on this one. I like this one because it kind of stays away from that one pose that he does. It's very similar, but it kind of stays away from that one pose, and so I really like it. It's just a great Magic cover. Just honestly, just a badass cover. Stoked. I found, again, I guess we'll go back to the classic poses for Arthur Adams, but Ultimate X number 2, I found this for 9 cents. 9 cents. I could not believe I found the book for 9 cents. That's pretty freaking phenomenal. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, Ultimate X number 2. This book's kind of hot. More so the black and, well, no, not black and white. The sketch variant's a little bit more hot, but I love this cover. That fire in the background, and with her wearing like that red sweater, just really mixes in and blends in really well. So yeah, just super stoked to have this one. It's such a gorgeous cover. For 9 cents, it's even better. Check this one out. I have not seen a lot of people show this. Actually, I haven't seen anybody show this. I'm sure somebody has, but this is Wolverine 313, the variant, Arthur Adams variant, and this Wolverine is sick. And I'll tell you why I love this cover. Not only because Arthur Adams did a really good job on the Wolverine, but what I really like is how he took the classic Wolverine colors of that brown and, I guess, brown and gold or brown and khaki, but the skyline in the back, how that's also kind of like that goldish color, just really makes Wolverine pop. And I really like how Wolverine just pops on this cover. And like I said, I haven't seen a lot of people show this. Absolutely love this cover. Wolverine 313. Like I said, Arthur Adams is kind of hot right now, and yeah, especially after that America #1, like a lot of people have been trying to find his stuff. The next book from Arthur Adams was a book that I was hoping I could be the first one to show, but my boys Freddy's 562 kind of beat me to it, so I was like, it's all good. At least it's my boy Freddy's. So yeah, Vampirella Fairy Tale is number 2. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much about this. You guys can just kind of soak that in, and you guys pretty much know why I'm showing this cover. First of all, classic Arthur Adam pose, classic lips, classic boobs, classic waist, classic ass, just a classic cover, but you get it with Vampirella. I actually got 2 of these copies, gave one to my boy David Seeking Near-Miss Comics, or Seeking Shaved Armpits, whatever you want to call them. I actually gifted him one of these, and supposedly he said there's a nude variant of this, but he said it hardly ever comes up on eBay. It's like super hard to find, which I don't know. I guess now I got something to look forward to, I guess. So yeah, awesome. Found me another copy of X-Men 31, first appearance of Kimura. Pretty much the biggest bad that X-23 has right now. So, or just, I guess, in general. I haven't been really keeping up with X-23. I know she's got some stuff going on. She just got a new outfit, hanging out with her sister. The whole Wolverine family's been pretty much kicking it right now, so that's kind of awesome. And so yeah, it's the first appearance of the sister. First appearance of Kimura, pretty much her big bad. So she's coming out with a movie. It's kind of funny when you talk to people about the Logan movie. They want to talk to you more about Laura Kinney than they want to talk to you about the whole Logan thing. Especially when it comes to non-comic collectors, they want to talk to you more about that little girl. They thought she was badass. So I know definitely she has a huge future in the comics going down the line. Kids love them, adults love her. So yeah, pretty awesome. I found a Web of Spider-Man number 5, and a couple of reasons I bought this. One, I love the cover. 2, Homecoming's coming, and the big bad in that is, well, at least one of the big bads is the Vulture. Well, it seems like the main big bad in that one is the Vulture, and I've been wanting to kind of just own this. I guess it's been a while. Just kind of held off on it, but really trying to trim down my collection, not just buying just anything that I just want to buy, but really what I was trying to do is I was trying to find the first appearance, and this might be a spoiler, so if you don't like into spoilers, maybe past this comic, past the next comic, and go on to the comic after that. Um, the One of the main girls in the Homecoming is going to be Valeria Toombs, and Valeria Toombs is the daughter of the Vulture. So yeah, you know, that's probably going to add some kind of twist, that, you know, one of the main characters in the Homecoming is actually the daughter of the Vulture. So what I was really trying to do was trying to find the first appearance of Valeria Toombs. I had a really hard time finding that research. The only thing I could find, and if you guys know, please let me know. For all I know, it could be a really early comic of Amazing Spider-Man. But after doing the research that I did, this is what I could find, was Identity Disc #1. Basically, she's putting together like this villain team. You got Bullseye, Deadpool, Sabretooth, Juggernaut, and the Vulture. Puts them together and just kind of makes this crazy just this crazy villain team. If you're a Deadpool completist, you might not know about this. This is Identity Disc #1. It's part of a, I think it was a 5-part series, and just putting together this Avengers team of bad people. But yeah, if you're Deadpool completist, you might want to look into this. And his character in this book is very iconic Deadpool, with the whole, you know, just joking and all of that stuff. So it's pretty awesome. But yeah, I think this is the first appearance of Valeria Toombs. So if you guys know anything else, by all means, please let me know. Huge Transformer fan, huge Bill Sienkiewicz fan. So it's probably about time that I own a Transformers #1. Bill Sienkiewicz is definitely one of my more favorite artists. I've never had this book, always wanted it. This book and a couple other books have been in this pile that we'll talk about today. Basically a couple books that I've been just wanting to own just for a while, just, you know, just didn't find the right price, the right condition, and this was actually a trade. Super stoked to have this Transformers #1. Iconic cover, man, just great stuff. Alright, so me and the boys, we were talking on the 9.2 cruise show the last time. We were talking about, you know, who do we feel like is the next big character that's going to have the lasting power when it comes to like all these new kids that are coming out. You know, Laura Kinney is already like in. I think she's going to be a stable. She's pretty guaranteed. But then you got Damian Wayne, you got John Kent, you got Miles Morales, you got Kamala Khan, Amadeus Cho if you want to throw him in. My boy Freddy Fix 62 really loves Moon Girl. He thinks that, you know, being that she is literally the smartest person in the Marvel comics, that being like the smartest person, that she's gonna have some sustainability. I agree with him. I think she's gonna, you know, be pretty big. But this is Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur 19, first appearance of Girl Moon, and this is a variant that I got if I bought like the 6-pack of other comics. So it came with these other variants, and this is the maybe 1 in 25 variant, I think. And yeah, just it's a really cool cover. I'm not gonna say I absolutely love this cover, but it's a pretty cool cover. She has some really great Paul Pope stuff early, I think, like #1, #2, 3, 4. The Paul Pope variants, they just go for like, they go for some money, like guarantee over $100 if you find them. So yeah, pick those up if you see them, man. I mean, pick them up if you get a good price. Don't just pick them up for like $100. If you can find a good price, find a good price. So I was at the swap meet. I was actually selling a lot of my cards and a lot of my comics, and I met up with this one gentleman that actually goes to the cons and actually puts up a booth. So he saw my comics and we were just talking story and whatnot, and so he picked up some comics, and then he was all like, did you pick up the Venom 150 Delato? I was like, no, I didn't pick up any of it, because I told him, you know, I'm trying to trim down my comics, try to focus more on Bronze and Silver Age stuff, or just key appearances and stuff. And he's all like, you know what, let's do a trade. So he took some of the comics that I was selling, and he hooked me up with 2 of these. One of them I already gave to Seeking Nearman's Comics, and this is my copy right here. Delato just kills it all the time. I've never really seen a bad Delato cover. I've seen some better ones. but I've never really seen a bad one. So yeah, and with the whole Venom movie, you know, basically anything Venom's pretty much going to go up in price, and yeah, super stoked to have that one. That was really awesome. All right, going back to my childhood really quickly. So Super Friends, number one. All right, so I used to love this cartoon. Like I freaking that sound where they go back to the Hall of Justice. There's this really iconic sound.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
And every time I hear that, man, it just brings me back to this cartoon. So this is the first appearance of the Super Friends and first appearance of the Super Foes. So this is Super Friends number one, and I used to love this cartoon. Absolutely love this cartoon. It was so great. And for 35 bucks, believe it or not, I was able to pick up number one, number two, second appearance of both the Super Foes and the Super Friends. Again, absolutely love this cartoon. But also I got to pick up Super Friends number 7, first appearance of the Wonder Twins. I actually honestly I love the Wonder Twins. I thought they were hysterical because I swear all they used to turn into was like a bucket of water or like an elephant with water. It was this always something to do with something so lame, but yeah, the Wonder Twins definitely reside in, I mean, definitely has a huge part in me as far as my childhood, and I've been wanting to pick up the first appearance of Wonder Twins for a while. I just picked up the first appearance of Wonder Twins in the DC, I guess the regular DC universe, so when that one finally comes in, I would love to share that with you guys. But this is actually their true first appearance, Super Friends number 7, and yeah, I just thought these guys were hilarious, man. Just freaking touch their rings together and then turn into a bucket of water. Alright, finally some key books that I wanted to add to my collection. We pretty much everybody knows that Darkseid is going to be in the Justice League movie. He's going to have a huge part of it. This is his first appearance, Jimmy Olsen 134. I've been wanting to have this for a while. Just to backtrack real quickly, I bought all these books like about a month ago, so actually I feel pretty good. I'm finally showing them because what I do is I put all my books off to the side that I'm going to do for YouTube, and this thing just started getting crazy big, so I'm glad I actually got to share this with you guys. Okay, back to the show. So Jimmy Olsen 134, first appearance of Darkseid. Kind of lame first appearance. It's just like him on a TV screen and some guy just saying that he's going to obey Darkseid. Not in the best condition, but a pretty decent condition. It definitely displays really well. An iconic villain. So remember I was talking about I don't really like to buy villains unless they're iconic. Well, I definitely feel Darkseid is an iconic villain. Been wanting to own this and finally have it in my collection. I don't think I bought it at a bad time. Usually once they start dropping trailers or once they start really saying that, you know, Darkseid is officially the big bad, which I think they kind of done already, then the book starts going up a little bit. I'm sure I didn't buy this at the cheapest, but I got a really good deal on this. I feel good about what I paid. It's all there, it's complete, it's stapled attached, and I just really love having this in my collection. Just another, I guess, super minor key, but first appearance of Squirrel Girl, Marvel Superheroes Winter Special X-Men. I've been wanting to buy this for a while. Finally found a good price, actually, from a YouTuber. Picked it up, gave me a really good price. The thing's in phenomenal condition, like phenomenal condition. And yeah, first appearance of Squirrel Girl. She's making a little bit of an impact, so kind of nice to have this. I don't really expect too much big things from her, but really love having this in my collection, and I've been wanting it for a little while, so yeah, glad to have that one. Again, going back to my childhood, G.I. Joe was such a huge part of my childhood as far as like the toys and the cartoon. Sorry, I'm coughing a little bit. Just the toys and the cartoon, and the first time, like literally the first time I ever saw this comic, I saw it up on a wall, and there was a price tag on it for $100, and I was like, damn, I'll never be able to afford that comic ever in my life. Luckily, as I got older, I was able to, come across some money, and yeah, just I don't know why I never made this book like a book to buy. Like I don't know what I was afraid of. I know it sounds like a really strong word, like afraid, but it's like I've always stayed away from it. I don't know if it had something to do with my childhood, but I put my foot down, and man, I just absolutely love this cover. Like if you're born in the 70s, like you know what this cover means to you. You know what the title, the red, white, and blue, the star, this classic G.I. Joe. You know what this means to you. And if you're just a huge G.I. Joe fan, you probably love this as well. But yeah, this is so iconic for me. Like it's such a big deal for me to have it. All right, so I bit the bug. Manny NYC, the New York Warriors biggies, they always talk about this character. And about a month ago, I finally just put my foot down and said, you know what? You gotta buy it. Plus, it's a Jack Kirby art, so why not, right? So, Mr. Miracle #2, first appearance of Granny Goodness. I've been seeing mostly the New York Warriors showing the Mr. Miracle stuff, and I just like, you know what? I'm there. I'll buy it. I love the covers. Jack Kirby just kills it, of course, all the time, and just had to pick it up. So I picked up #2, first appearance of Granny Goodness, and of course I had to pick up a #1. Just super stoked to have this in my collection finally. Yeah, it's like a mid-grade, but it presents again very, very nicely. Happy to have it, and yeah, I mean, it's got that classic Kirby art to it with the steel and the bolts and just the lines, and everything about it just yells Kirby. Even if it never said Kirby here, you could take a look at it and be like, yeah, that's classic Jack right there, man. Jack is awesome. All right, found a couple of, I guess you could call them key issues. For like such a really good price that I actually have one of these actually going to another YouTuber, another friend of mine, because I didn't know that was part of his 2017 list, and then he's a buddy of mine, so I'm all like, bro, I got you. I still am gonna send it out of the way, but I actually got 2 of these, and such a great price that I'm definitely had to share it with my boy. So there you go. First appearance of Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel, actually, not Miss Marvel, as Captain Marvel. So Avenging Spider-Man #9. Like I said, found 2 of these. I got one going to one of my boys, and then he can share it or not. It doesn't matter. But yeah. So I get lucky with this book. I've been very fortunate with this book, especially for the price that it goes, especially with the whole Miss Marvel not cartoon movie coming up, and yeah, just really super stoked. They got big hopes for that Miss Marvel, especially with Wonder Woman killing it at the box office, and yeah, I'm just again just stoked to have it. So yeah. Speaking of which, I found this for a really great price. This is when Carol Danvers gets her powers. This is Captain Marvel #18. I don't have the first appearance of Carol Danvers. Definitely that's on my I guess you could call it to-do list. And but this is just one of those keys where this is the issue where she gets her powers, and I got such a great price on it. I could not pass it up. It's in a really nice condition. It's not mint, but it's in a really nice condition. Glad to own it. And the only thing I was a little bummed is that the person that I bought it from did not put cardboard in the front or the back. He literally just put it in like a bubble mailer and then mailed it off. And I was kind of bummed about it, especially with that person saying that he's a comic seller and a comic collector. You would think that that person would know a little better to make sure that you would protect the comic when you mail it out. cardboard is easy to find. Even homeless people have cardboard, so I'm just saying it's not a hard thing to find. Luckily, when so what the post office is that they bent it and then they put it in my PO box and not in like a big box. But luckily they bent it this way and they didn't bend it that way. So I just double full backed it, put it in a top loader, and you know, it'll probably straighten out with time and stuff. But again, just really glad to have this in my collection. Another book, again, super stoked. This is actually my second copy of X-Men 101, but this copy is way better, like way cleaner, way nicer than my original copy. Just effing stoked to have this in my collection. Again, Phoenix coming out with a movie. This book has, it's already about $100 book. I'm sure once everything is confirmed, all the dotted lines are signed, all the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted, they come up with some, you know, something. This book is just gonna go cuckoo, man. And this whole storyline is just awesome. First appearance of the Phoenix, X-Men 101. Yeah, if, in my personal opinion, if you can find a really nice copy under $100, I'd say, you know what, go ahead. First of all, iconic cover, just a great X-Men book, just such, it's part of a great X-Men storyline. And yeah, and I found this under $100 too. I got a really good price on it, really great condition. And the last book of the night. It's been it's been a year where I've been changing my collecting styles, not trying to pick up just anything. But of course, with this haul, you've already seen that I've just picked up a lot of quote-unquote anythings. But I picked up this Conan the Barbarian #1. It's a 6.0 CBCS. I'm fine with that. I'm happy with that because it presents really well. The colors are popping. It's been a comic that I've wanted to own for a while. I wanted to just get a really good price at the best price for the best grade. And yeah, just something that I've been wanting to really purchase and own. So it's super stoked to have this in my collection. And I just love looking at this cover because it's just one of those comics that you almost can't believe you have. Not super expensive, but definitely something that I've been wanting to buy. I've been wanting to pick up a lot of these things where people aren't talking about. I picked up a Tomb of Dracula #10 not too long ago. I picked up the first appearance of Silver Surfer. Just some of those classic bronze books that no one's really talking about but have such great comic history to them. And yeah, I just been wanting to pick them up. By the way, if I sound different, my wife actually bought this for me for Father's Day. It's called the Cloud Stinger. It's the Hyper X. I guess supposedly it's supposed to be the best gaming mic for the price. It's not the best gaming headset, but I guess for the price it's supposed to be the best. So let me know how you like the sound, if it sounds better, if it sounds worse, I don't know. Let me know. Just curious to see what people would say. But yeah, hey guys, if you stuck around, thank you so much. This is like a half an hour thing. It's almost like a freaking sitcom I just gave you. Thank you for sticking around. That was really awesome of you. If you came back and forth and watched a couple of times to finish it off, greatly appreciate it. Thank you to the community. I haven't told anybody, I haven't said in the videos in a while, just thank you for everything. Thank you for the support and the kind words and the appreciation and all of that stuff. So I really want to thank everybody. More hauls to come. Like I said, not going to Vegas. Probably save it for next year. But it's all good. As long as the wife is better, that's the main thing. Alright guys, as always, shoots and mahalos.